Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations, continuing on with our Narrative Pro series, specifically with the inventory. Now, this one is not going to be specifically going over anything in Narrative Pro. So, if you're not interested in learning how to extend the engine to allow for things like this so that you can have your own masters, not have to go searching through your folders to create a child or going to blueprint class to create a child, then you can please go on to the next episode. For those of you who are quite interested in this $10 plugin, um, please feel free to continue to follow along. So the plugin I'm talking about is called Zomg's Editor Add-ons, and it adds a few cool functionalities that makes our whole project setup much easier. It makes creating things much easier. And it's all done in the project settings. So that's how we will get this all set up. So let's go ahead and jump into the project settings here. And if I can jump all the way down here under the editor section for Zom's, wow, for this plugin, I cannot say that word. So first we have several things here, and I want to make sure I touch on all of it, but I'm going to first touch on the one thing that I just showed off, and that's the the custom create asset menus. So as you can see, I created a menu name called Wonderscape Creations. Now, if I come down here to displayed assets, I can now choose what assets are there. So obviously, for me, I actually want to do WC inventory because I can't have any subcategories, and that's fine. Now, whenever I open that up, I come over here, WC inventory. So there they all are. So essentially, I then choose what the blueprint is. What is it that's going to be created every single time? Really cool, really simple, works out amazingly. And that's just one of the cool things. The next thing that I want to quickly go over is we are all familiar with, I come up here to, I believe it's window, no. Okay, so it's not going to show up right there. So let's go back in here to the level. And right here in tools, find in blueprints. This will search all of the blueprints in your entire project. You may not want that. He's extended this. So now search blueprints in folder so we can reduce where everything's being searched. Helps really speed things up and keeps things when you're wanting to look for something specific and you know it's somewhere in this folder. You have that right there. I have enjoyed it a few times already. Really well worth it. The next thing we will go over, let's go back into the project settings, is right here. Details panel stuff. So now everything that is Wonderscape Creations will show up first. I'm sure you've noticed that here. If I come over here to class settings, not class settings, the class defaults, Wonderscape Creations is at the top. So now everything that I create is automatically at the top. Now there is what's the word I'm looking for? A small bit of information you need to know, and it's okay that it's there. Let me go ahead and find an example to show what I mean. Now then, ignore what the component is. Something we're going to work on down the road. If I come in here, you'll see that I have this space here which creates subcategories. Subcategories break the whole thing. He's aware of it. He hasn't been able to figure it out. So the smart thing to do would be to say Wonderscape Creations Party, and then have another one, Wonderscape Creations Companions, Wonderscape Creations Pets. That way all of these show up at the top. And that is what is important about this prefix. So anything that starts with Wonderscape Creations for me will show up at the top when I do that. So let's go ahead and see this working in action. Let's hope I'm not going to eat my words here. Companions. And I'm going to remove this center line here. And instead we'll put a dash, hit enter, class defaults. Wait, I need to compile. Okay, so it's showing up there instead. So again, something I need to play with, but if I were to instead put that dash there, just completely remove that whatsoever, compile and save. Now come into the class defaults. It should be showing up, but for some reason at the moment it's not. Go ahead and close that and open it up. Yeah, it's not wanting to work at the moment. That's not a feature I care all that much about anyways, but it is cool when it's working. As you can see right here, it's working. Now, with that being said, 1 second, let me try something here. That's fine. It may not be working simply because of 1 second. All right, let's go ahead and continue on to two more features that this has that I think are really cool. Go ahead and minimize that. Let's see, minimize that. New blueprint screen. This, come here, we're gonna do ranged weapon for our master class. And this time I'm gonna show it off. Come in here, right click, blueprint class, BP ranged weapon. It adds it to the common. So you can choose to have none of these and only have your own stuff here. That functionality is pretty cool and something I'm going to be playing with in depth. The last thing is the place actor. I'm going to remove this for now. Because as you can see, include default blueprint types. You can uncheck that and you won't see the defaults. Now this next thing, display actors. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to call this Wonderscape Creations. For an icon, right now we can only really use what's right here. I have not figured out how to utilize my own icon. I'm sure there's a way though. Now if I come in here and I hit the plus sign here, display specific actors, or you can look for specific directories. I'm just going to go for an actor because I want the chest. Now if I come back in here, let me get my place actors real quick. More creations. There's my lootable chest. Like that. And now we can make our own place actors category. So that's the extent of this amazingly powerful add-on, minus the issues I'm having with the details panel, which I'm not terribly worried about. Everything seems to be working out very beautifully, quite nicely. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. For those of you that want it, like I said, it's only $10. I found a bug while I was doing all my experimentation, and he fixed it within 24 hours. So he's very responsive. So support is there, and everything was taken care of quite rapidly. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next section of this series.